Hi guys, it's me with my weekly update vlog where I tell you about my diet progress and show you my projects. I have just a tiny list today. What I try to do is throughout the week, if I see something or hear something or just come up with ideas of things that I might want to talk about, I just write it down in a little notebook. So then I have something to talk about and I'm not just staring at the camera sitting here wondering what do I talk about, even though I do that sometimes too, as you know. First up, the diet update. I lost 2 pounds for the week, which since I had gained 1.2 the week before, that, you know, I lost 2 pounds this last week, so more like, you know, not quite. I didn't really lose 2 pounds. So that's going really good. I'm to the point now where I told my husband I think I'll treat myself once a month, but not make it be, you know, really, really horrible. Like, for example, yesterday we had pizza for dinner. It's been a long time since I had pizza, probably since December, but we got the thin crust, so it's not as much bread, and then it was just a sausage pizza, so I don't think that probably did too much damage, and I'm not going to worry about it because I have been doing so well throughout this whole diet, and I deserve to treat myself here and there, but I won't do it very often because with the Atkins and with eating the lower carbs, health-wise, I feel so much better than I have felt in a very long time. I have a lot more energy. I don't feel so lethargic. I don't get as many stomach aches. There's just a lot of benefits, even more benefits than just losing the weight. There's benefits that I'm feeling in myself with my health and everything, and so I'm just really happy. I've been really happy with this diet. I'm coming up in excuse me, June, I think, will be my 5-year anniversary of surviving a heart attack, so I think that Atkins is going to help me with that too. You know, I'm not, I've said before, there's my video that talks about why I chose Atkins, and I tell you more details there about that heart attack, but I don't feel afraid anymore. I have noticed, I have nitroglycerin, and I don't have to take it very often. In the whole period of time since I've had that heart attack, I've only had to take it twice. But since I started Atkins, before then, I was still having chest pains, kind of angina, and I had talked to the cardiologist about it and everything, and you know, that's normal and everything, but since about a month in on the Atkins, I haven't been having those chest pains at all. And so I don't know if it's related or it's just a coincidence that those have stopped, but that makes me feel so good because I swear every single time I would get those pains, it's like I'm sitting there wondering, okay, are they going to progress? Are they going to get worse? Is this just going to be a 5-minute deal? Like, usually it doesn't last very long. You know, just waiting for the crushing pain to start, or for, you know, it to start hurting up into my jaw and down my arm, and, you know, reliving that horrible memory all over again. So I'm contributing it to the diet, and I have also been walking more, so I'm getting more exercise. I've been drinking a ton of water, just all the things that you're supposed to do. So my throat is, I don't know if I have allergies or what, but my throat has just been getting really scratchy lately. Let me show you my projects, if my voice will hold up. The first one is a scarf, and I used the Patton's Shetland Chunky yarn, and I really wish that, see, sorry, I should have brought some water over here. I really wish they would put the colors you know, come up with some colors. They're just numbers. This one is 247001, but it's kind of like a purpley navy, if that makes sense, and then it has just different colors throughout it, and I think it's really pretty and it's really soft and I like it. And I used the pink Nifty Knitter long loom, and then the other one I made is Lion brand, and it's a boucle yarn, and it's in the color licorice, and it looks like this. And it's like it's not black, but it's black, and then it has a whole bunch of different colors in it. And that yarn wasn't too bad to work with on the loom. I would never try to, well, I don't know how to crochet anyway, but if I did, I would never try to use it crocheting, because I don't know how you could see the hook. There's a lot of bumps and it's really thick, but it wasn't bad on the loom. I liked it. And then my current project, using that same loom, I'm like working on scarves, this is a yarn by Premier Yarns, Parfait Flavors, and Maple Cream is the color, but it looks like this. It's like gray, and then it has dots of navy and yellow in it, and it makes me think of a chenille. It's really pretty, but that's going. So I've just only done looming this week. I haven't done anything on the Addy machine. I did get the small one in the mail and I have it set up, but I haven't tried it out yet. I know it's going to work just like the big one, but I've just been looming, and that's all I've done this week for projects. Let's see. One thing that I wanted to talk about was the friendship that you develop through these vlogs. I just think is really cool. I mean, I love watching other people's vlogs and just hearing about their lives and their day-to-day, and you know, just things that they talk about or show or whatever. And I like the comments that people leave, and I don't comment on every video that somebody has, and people don't comment on every video I have. I mean, you don't have to, but I enjoy the comments, and I just think it's really neat, you know? I just really like it. I'm so happy I started a vlog, and you know, I only have 62 subscribers. I'm not trying to get a whole lot of subscribers or anything, you know. I mean, I know I'm never going to be, I think they call them YouTubers, you know, the people that are making a living off of YouTube. I just want to make friends, you know. I want to make friends. I really appreciate the encouragement that I get from people, and like when I had a couple car vlogs where I was really worried at work and I had some really nice comments, and you know, that stuff just really means the world. And part of it for me, and I'm not trying to be all, you know, sad and sappy or anything, but when I was growing up, we moved around so much. I never really got to develop those friendships that lasted a really long time. So I really only have one friend that I go do something with, and I only see her about maybe every other month. We used to work together, but we haven't, you know, through another one of the stupid layoffs that they had, she got let go, and we of course stayed in contact because we've been friends for a really long time now. And then I have one other lady I'm friends with, but really, you know, we don't do a whole lot together. This Saturday, this coming up Saturday will be the first time I've seen her in over a year. So I don't have a lot of girlfriends, you know, or even guy friends. And you know, I'm really close with my mother-in-law, and I'm close with my husband, of course, but sometimes you just need that girl talk, you know. And so I'm really happy that I have my one friend and we have our girl time. But I also appreciate the comments and everything that I get on my vlogs, and I feel like I'm making friends with some of you, and that really means a lot. I love it. Especially the people that have vlogs too, so then I can see you. You know, I know what you look like and your mannerisms, and I just know we would get along. I know we would be going for coffee or tea or going out to eat and just talking, and I know we would have a good time together. I just do. And that leads me into another little topic that I wish the world or had more of, is women supporting women. And because I don't have any, there's a couple of vlogs I follow that are guys, but they're not, I don't know, I feel more close to the women vloggers that I follow. And you see a lot in society of women putting other women down, you know, for their looks or their weight or just different things. And I really wish women would support one another. You know, it's hard. Life is hard, you know, just through, you know, our jobs or our families or our weight struggles. You know, and weight struggles aren't just, they don't just happen to people that are heavy. They happen to people that are thin too. Or people automatically assume that, you know, thin people have it great and that they don't have any body image issues, and they do. You know, I don't know anybody that is 100% satisfied with their body. You know, everybody has something. And I really think if they say they don't, they're not telling the truth. And so, you know, because sometimes I'll see, I may see, oh, like I saw a post one time that, I don't remember the exact wording of it, but something along the lines of women that can eat anything they want and never gain weight or bitches. That's, you know, I always specifically think of a cousin and an aunt of mine who are extremely thin. I mean, my aunt, to the point where when she was pregnant, she looked like she just had a basketball under her shirt and the rest of her was so thin, and she ate a lot, you know, but people would, oh, are you Ethiopian? Or, you know, just, they were horribly mean to her, to the point where she was always kind of hunched over because she was tall and really thin, and people would draw attention to how bony she was or whatever. So she had developed like this curvature in her shoulders from always hunkering down because she felt so, she had a, you know, her body image wasn't, she didn't like being that thin. But I mean, seriously, that's the way her body was. Her mother was like that. Her daughter is like that. My cousin is like that. And, you know, she gets a lot of crap off people. And so, you know, that's not good for, I just don't like it when women put other women down. I just don't. I wish that, you know, in a perfect world, we would all be supportive of one another. And I just really, anyway. I feel like I have supportive women out there who I watch their vlogs, they watch my vlogs, and I love that. I love it. Mini rant. It's not even really a rant, it's just kind of funny, which you know how I told you guys I can't stand it when people post that false crap on Facebook. And I know there's a lot of people that don't even do Facebook anymore because they're so sick of it, but the newest one I've seen is, it's like this picture of all this roast beef, or not roast beef, sorry, hamburger meat, and there's like maggots or some crap in it. McDonald's uses worm meat in their hamburgers, and it's like, of course, I go out to Snopes, totally false. It's, why do people believe that shit? It's like, as soon as I saw it, I thought, whatever. Now, I know the FDA allows a certain amount of bug parts in processing. You know, you always hear about, in everything, you know, there may be bug leg or a wing or whatever. You know, there's a certain amount that's just going to get into processing, and it's allowable. But this was, they use worm meat and call it beef. And somebody had posted that, and it's like, I don't know. I'm just at a loss. And then the last thing that I wanted to talk about is, I just find this so funny. And you guys watch for it too. I've noticed this in newspaper articles and TV commercials and, you know, just kind of things that I think people should know better, but it's really kind of funny. Watch to see if you notice this. People using the word infamous in places where they should not use it. And what made me think of it was this morning there was this advertisement on TV. It was a commercial and for like a barbecue restaurant, and they were advertising all their good food and their infamous ribs. Now, infamous, I looked up the definition, and it is well known for some bad quality or deed. Synonyms for it, you know, other words that mean the same thing: notorious, detestable, having an extremely bad reputation. So, you know, they should have said they're famous ribs, but it cracks me up because I picture, you know, I'm sitting here watching this commercial and I'm thinking in my mind, our infamous ribs, and I'm thinking, you'll choke on the bone, that you'll be poisoned by the barbecue sauce, you know, our ribs have this horrible reputation, come and eat them. And I see that in newspaper articles and stuff too, or I've seen it like even at work when they're introducing somebody, the infamous so-and-so. It's so funny. It just cracks me up. Now, I don't like, the only time I've ever actually corrected somebody for that use of the bad use of that word was I did have somebody that was that used to work for me that was going to do a presentation, and they had asked me to read over their notes, and they were using that word. So I just told them, you know, well, by the way, you know, so if if it was somebody that worked for me and they were asking for my editing or something. Another one that people used to use a lot was a lot. They would treat that like one word when really it's two, but I just find that funny. So when I hear people use infamous wrong, you know, Hitler was infamous, you know, 9/11 was infamous, things like that. So I try to, like, there was a giant bird that just flew past my sliding glass windows. That's why I had that look. It's just funny to me. You know, like I said, when they talked about the infamous ribs, I start thinking of all these nightmare things about the ribs. And I know that they have good intentions. You know, I know what they mean. They mean they're famous ribs. So anyway, gave you my diet update. I showed you my projects. I just want to say thank you for everybody that watches these vlogs, and a special thank you to the people that have commented and have been so encouraging to me. You guys, that really does mean the world to me, and I think that you are also the reason that I have done so well on this diet, and that I don't feel guilty that I had pizza, because I have so much support from you, and I want to say thank you. And I hope you all have a wonderful week, and I will talk to you next time. Bye!